Dee, do 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 do. Ba ba ba. Oh, oh dear, we're up. Oh, we're running. Oh, that was a bit of a struggle to get back on. But anyway, I'm back. Welcome to Amber Skies, the future of 3D online. Difficulties we had not. Or things like that. Yeah, I got abducted yesterday by the boss, and I got a couple of presents. A new pen and pad, which works on Linux. Thank you. Look, see, I can now... Oh, well, you can't see up there, but just get me that keyboard out of the way. I can now come into here, you see. Look, see, it all works now with a new pen. Automatically works, don't have to load up any drivers. It's a Wacom. So if I click on that now, I should be able to say hi. Oh, in gold. That's nice. But yeah, you get the idea. I got a new pen. I've also got a little Diddy soundbar to test out as well. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, this pen works. Its accuracy is quite good, really. Anyway, yeah. But that's for me to play with now. No thanks. Okay. So, put the pen away, will you? Stop messing about. And the actual thing fits just underneath my keyboard, so I don't have to keep it separate for Muppet to sit on. Yay! All good stuff. But in the meantime, I've been looking at some code. Oh, that's not very good. Let's pop you here. Yep. And expand you out over here. To about there, it'll do. Lovely. Twitch. Oh no, test. I remember now. Oh, it's behind me. Okay. I've already got it open. Here we go. I've already got it open. Right, yeah, okay. And I've been sorting out SDL2. Not too bad. SDL2 now works. I found out what the problem was, and it was that I didn't have certain things being constructed as objects. So, what changes have we made? Good choice. What should we choose? Core. Let's start with core. Compile shader is now a class, and text file handler is now a class. I had to do that to make SDL work, God knows why. What have we got in here that I've changed? Anything? Oh yeah, I've trying out a different thingy. No, looks about right. I'll put the camera position in just in case it was needed. Should really put that up by 0.25, I think. Should always never leave it on the same plane, just in case. Loading the model. Yeah, SDL logs, you'll see what they're for in a minute. So nothing really in there. Color frag. I was changing because I wanted to try out layout location out vector color 4 just to see if it made any difference, and I don't think it does. Doing it that way. It's legal in 330 to do it that way, so I thought I'd have it, see if it would make a difference. None. Vertexes, just took some spaces out. Nothing happened in there at all. Yeah. So this is still the same. I haven't changed anything here, but I think that's going to all be changing. So display wise, changed one thing. I took the namespace out of my windows, all of them. So they're all on Amber 3D now. Object data. Oh, major changes here, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, that's something I haven't tried. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Object data, object data. Let's try something here. Something I haven't tried. First thing I did was do some corrections in here because there was some bad stuff. I'd done some silly things in here somewhere. Let's see if I can find them. It's on the loader. That's store face. Bind. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'd written index there. And I've still got this -1 on. This is what I want to try out. I'd forgotten all about this, to be honest with you. I'd also written index on the next one up as well. I'm sure of it. Yeah, there. Look, I equals 0 index. Yeah, I've still got it in here. No wonder this isn't working. That's an I. Jesus. Did I have done it anywhere else? Yeah, I had done it there. So I hadn't caught the face one. Oh dear. That might be bad. So change that. Yeah. Faces, yeah. Nothing else I can spot. It's just I'm not used to using I anymore. I'm used to using named ones, so I automatically put index in by accident. So I've got all of those, rid of those now, I hope. Stupid thing is, it doesn't show an error. No idea why. Amber 3D, please change. Let's put the faces in anyway, that might help. Put that to 7. Let's just run it and see if we get the floor. Oh, we got something anyway. Something went wrong there. New allocator H. Oh. Initialize models. Oh, right. So that means the -1s probably were. Oops. Okay. Duh. We're helping out, I guess. Never mind. We can stop you. We can get rid of you. And run build task. Once again. I didn't realise it would do that to me, but anyway. Beside the point. Let's put that at 8 then. Just so it recompiles. Okay, we've got a window. It's a bit blank, but it's in SDL now. This checks the floor model and bind attributes I wanted to check as well. We now have everything constructing properly. We have 12 indexes, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Too many. It's it's times 2. Should only be 6 indexes. Or 18. Ooh. 6 3s. Or 18. So there's something not right here. This is correct. But index count 11. That's not a factor of 3. That's interesting. I wonder if we're getting partial. If we're getting partial to see something on the screen, you see. Let's put that back up to 12 anyway. I'm sure it should be 18. How many indexes should there be on a square? That's a good point. Anyway, I've got SDL working. That's good news. What else did we get doing? Going. I don't know. But I think it's got something to do with the fact I'm using colour and not texture, because I'm used to using texture, and that's why I was doing everything for colour on this one. And I think I've made a mistake, and it's a stupid mistake with OpenGL. Have I switched the colour on? I don't know. Do you need to switch the colour on? There is a really good question. Do you need to switch the colour on? OpenGL? You tell me. I'll think about that one. But what I'm also thinking is I've got a perfectly ready Amber 3D in the background, and it's all been checked and cleared and done, but it's a language, it's an OpenGL language, whereas here I was experimenting with just making a warehouse. So what I might have to do is make a warehouse out of that language instead. But that's texture based. And GLFW based. And it works, unfortunately. I've just been looking at it about an hour ago, and it all works. It's just that I'm running out of ideas with what could be wrong. I know that, like, obvious things that could be wrong, like, what's it doing here? No. In rendering, under the batch renderer, I didn't get all uniform locations. I didn't even put those two in, so the get all uniform locations wasn't even a thing. So the uniform locations weren't working. So I put those two in to make those work, and I've checked them. It works perfectly. I mean, it's easy to check them. You just go to, say, the colour shader here. Put a stop there. Run your test. There you go, it stops. And on the left hand side, under this, you can see that all of the locations have been allocated. So yeah, that's working fine. L position is what I asked it, 3x, 1y, what the hell's going on here? Oh, this is supposed to be colour. 3z. That's not good. Position. Oh, hasn't run past the line, that's why. Just step over one, please. Thank you. So, yeah. The colour is 0.8. That's correct. And the position is 2 to the right, 5 up, and 0 above. So it's directly above. Okay, that's working fine. So all of that's working fine, all of that's working fine. I can't see any problems with it. I've got the light checked, and that's the first thing I check, is usually the light, to make sure that you can see things. So the light's loading up quite nicely. So if that's going in to the shader properly, and I can't see the problem. Unless I've made some silly mistakes in the shader, I've got nothing left to look at because these numbers nearly look right. You'd see something on screen even if there was an error, because there's enough index counts there to do over 3. I'm going to just nip that up to 12 on the index count, I think. Doesn't look totally right to me. It should be a factor of 3, the index count. So, back in OBJ data, storage, I set my index count. Yeah, just set the -1 off. So everything should be okay. Oh, I see what the problem there is. Interesting. I'm using M current color, which I shouldn't be using. That's bad. This whole part here is not good. And I can't see any more indexes being written in full. No. I'm going to check the faces. I've done all of that. I've got all of these couts just giving me information. So data to GFX I've checked on the other side. I don't see it here. Data to GFX. I've taken them out. No, I've still got them in. Got the VAO ID being checked. 0122, yeah. Not sure about these size obs being right. But again, you can check these. I mean, all I've got to do is put a blob there. It's easy to check them. And let's see what we've got. We have texture normals, size of normals. Size of indices is 144. Divide that by a uint times 3, 24. And you should get 12. And that's what it's giving me up here. Well, it will do once it gets past this. 12 12s are 100. That's, interesting. That's 3 4s. So you win 4 bytes? Probably. Ah, well. So this is not exactly working as designed. And I can't find any more obvious errors. I've cleaned out all the errors that I can think of, and I've even redesigned the base shader to make sure that works as intended, and I've added an extra line just to make sure something happens as intended. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, how many textures have we got here? It's an address. Okay. Yeah, ID 1. That's correct. God damn it, I can't find it. I can't find what I'm looking for in this. And that is a problem. You see, it's all coming through. 12 times 12 is 144. Yeah, 144 times 4 should be 576, and times 3 should be 432. And I bet it is. Yeah, it is. So those numbers work out. That's a vec 4, that's a vec 3, and that's a vec 4. So those numbers correlate to the index correctly. And at trip 2, 3, and 4, yeah, that's all working out. All the numbers are correct. Yet I can't get it on screen. That usually means either the light's turned off or the colouring is turned off. OpenGL colour. Ooh, that's a bit big. Whoa, whoa, Neddy, what are you up to? I mean, all I can do now is say that I have tried everything I know. And that's a lot. I mean, I've been through nearly every single line of code now. Very, very little of the code have I not been through. And there's a missing link somewhere. OpenGL 3D color. OpenGL. I'll put 3.3 as well there. That's the OpenGL beginner's tutorial. Will that do it? Static cons. There's your cube. Yeah. Okay. GL draw arrays. Yes. GL triangle 0. No, I don't want draw arrays. I want draw elements. Well, that doesn't matter. Adding colours. Enable vertex attrib array. GL vertex attrib pointer. GL enable vertex attrib array. That's one I didn't like. It's these here. And that's in Foundation. Bind attribute location. So we've got to be enabling it under the VAO, which is the loader. GL vertex attrib pointer. Okay, we've got that, but where's your GL enable vertex attrib array? I really should have thought it's before that, because it should come under the VAO. Have we put it in the draw call? It'll be under prepare. GL enable vertex attrib array. Yeah, we've got it there. So they're being enabled. First declare colours. The buffer is created, bound and filled. Yeah. GL gem buffer done. GL bind buffer done. GL buffer data. Oh, they're using size off because they're idiots. I wonder if that's the same. Enable vertex bind buffer and then the attrib pointer. Where have we put our attrib pointer? Oh yeah. Put it over this way, haven't we? Yeah, I don't like this. This is, to me, a bit out of sync. They've just said out vec3 fragment color equals vertex color. Yeah. In out vec3 color. Yeah, color equals. Yeah, that's fine. That's what you're supposed to get, and it looks awful because you can see through it. Right. And there's my thoughts on what we've done. All of these work in their respective ways. Have I just messed up the shaders or what? Because if I have, I'm a bit annoyed. There's no errors coming out of the shaders at all. I mean, what I have done is taken the compile shaders and program and put it in here because I wanted to use bind attributes. That's the only thing I've changed here. mcompile shaders is now new compile shaders, and I just use mcompile shaders for the checking and the creating. And that allows me then to strip down the shader and delete it properly there, which I didn't have before. Start shader is correct. All loading values and stuff is correct. I think I'm literally getting down to the point does it ever get cold? Yes, it does. Where it can only be my shaders. And if there isn't my shaders, then I'm a bit miffed. Position normal color, MVP light. Color surface. Actually, what we could do is I can just do that. It's easy to check your shaders. It's easy if you know which two things to put together. And that code will be in the shader development area. And that will be core. And it's color shader. There it is. Can't quite see. U model, U view, U projection, yeah. U light position. Can I have the fragment shader, please? Go. U light colour, U shine damper, U ray reflectivity. Everything looks good to me. We normalise, which we shouldn't need to do. Colour is a VEC4. Did I put VEC3 up here? No, VEC4, yeah. Colour shall be 0.8 F, comma, let's make it a colour at least, 0.7 F, comma, 0.6 F, comma, 1.0 F. I think the 1.0 F might be missing. Because that's something I haven't checked. Right, so that's now the colour. That switches everything off from there. And I can just put semicolon. Right, okay, that's now our fragment shader. Oh, right, did I not take that off? Silly me. Nope, nothing to see. That I find interesting. I really do. Because there is absolutely nothing there that I can think of that I've done incorrectly as such. Twelve times 3 times 3, yeah, so it is 12. I don't know. So that's that checked. Position really wouldn't matter, you'd be able to see it. Position is decided by that lot. So what I could do, that's a GL position is what? Is that a VEC4? Yeah. And that stops the position being messed up. No, I don't know what the answer is to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and find Amber SL. What did I call this one? 3D. I hope I called it something different. Test 3D. Yeah, 3D. That's good news. Because I've already written a language for OpenGL, and this was supposed to replace it, and it hasn't. That model warehouse just might have been too much for it all. Because I designed it all around the model warehouse this time, instead of designing it around the shaders. Bet I've done it the wrong way around. I've designed it around this. You see all the entities, and the sun, the camera, everything's in here. Batch renderer. Storing, oh god, it's all in here. And I'm using the new system for OBJ data. That's these two here. And I know it's right. Okay. Just irks me. Alright, okay, let's stop that then. Let's stop irking myself. File. Close the workspace, please. Thank you. Pop you down here a minute. Let's see what we have on this machine, shall we? We're in Twitch, okay. And we have all of our stuff in here, including Test 3D, Amber 3D. Yeah, I think I can put an Amber SL in here. Wait a minute, got to turn a switch. I just realised I turned my server off because of the lightning, didn't I? Dum 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 dum. Oh, let's get my server available. It's just booting up now. FileZilla will do. Here we go. Just wait for it to come online. Ooh. It's just going through its scripts now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. Has a few scripts. Okay, everything's looking okay on the startup tables. Good. Good little server. It says it would, supposed to be able to do, what is it? 15 to 25 office workers on this server. Supposedly. Oh, it's password protected. Let's get its keyboard. It's got a keyboard, wow. Let's try that. Oh, that worked. Good. There we go. Let's try that one. Oh, that worked. Good. Amber repos. Let's have a look. Amber skies. There's that one. Amber SL. Is that the original? No, it isn't. That's got a client and a development server. Right, okay. Let's see if I've got, oh, current version develop. Oh no, that's the full development version. I've got that somewhere. Yeah, it's module 1. Wonder if it's in there. Because it was originally YouTube, and the game that I made on YouTube was the original stuff that I did. That's pre-Twitch. I'm gonna just download YouTube, I think. That one. Right, that's the address. So, what's it under Git? I hope it's under Git. Yeah, branches, hooks, info. Yeah, Git. Clone. And that would be SSH colon. And where are we? I'll put it under Fraser. Fraser 8 192.168.100, and that will be home. Fraser public repos. And YouTube. I mean, that's where I started, isn't it? Okay. Umbressa 2019. Thank you. Right, so I want the YouTube, please. And all I'll do here is exit. There we go. So, code. Open folder. Okay, Fraser. Twitch. YouTube. Twitch. YouTube. Okay. Alright, what does that give me? Oh, got an exec here. Oh, we might have some success then. Source, API, blah 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 blah. Let's have a look at the test. Main. Correct. This see, it's a language, this, rather than a main thingy. Like camera, process entity. This is all correct. Update, window update. Window is GLFW. Let's see how good it is. Display. I think this is the, yeah, it's a full GLFW window. And this runs off textures, which is what I was trying not to do. So I might have to take this and add it, and then to see if I can add colour to it. I'll just use textures, one or two. Can't see why not. Inits. Fantastic. Test. Resource. OBJ. Body head. Textures. Blue. Yeah. Okay. That's all correct. Does it have a starter? GDB launch. Don't know what it's going to do. Does not exist. Failed to launch. Is a directory. Yeah, of course Twitch is a directory. Oh dear. Bless you. Bless you all. So, how have I set this up? Ah, right, we've got one sharing, got two things sharing one VS Code. Okay. In CL. That's a bit bad. Include. Yeah. Yeah. That's normal. That's okay. Let's have a look at launch. /test. Where's the working directory? It's test. So why? Oh, the working directory is not the same.
Okay. I'm a bit hurty. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Can I work this out in a matter of seconds? Yes, of course you can. It's under YouTube. Okay. So it's in YouTube. Current working directory is YouTube/test. Right, okay. Workspace folder equals YouTube. Right. Okay. That's fine then. It thinks it's in Twitch. Test. Right. Well, it shouldn't be. It's having problems with build sh. It doesn't seem to know where it is. Build sh, where are you? You are, what are you out doing here? I don't want you up. Test. Build sh. We'll try that. Okay. Try that. Go the other way. What? Okay. Yeah. No, don't. Qmake /make. Yep, that should be right. No such file or directory at line 1. Oh, for God's sake. Which directory are you in then? Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Forget you. Don't care about you, BuilderSH. You're just annoying me. Right. So, test. OBJ. Textures. BuilderSH. Ah, there's no exec. I think that's what he's going on about. Right. Okay. Yeah, just wipe you lot out again. Right, stash. No rule to make target. YouTube test dot ambrose exec. Needed by test app. Stop. Okay. Libs, here we are. Include party pen path, yeah, that's right. I don't want you to build it. Pre-target depths. Ah, they don't exist, do they? No. Okay. That's easy to do. Qmake dot slash and make. Exit. Okay. So you're done. Okay, everything seemed to work there. That's looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. That's looking fantastic. What does that do? Oh, there we go. Right, this is what I was talking about. This is more of a language for OpenGL. If I can grab hold of that corner. There we go. Now, I just want to increase that rate. No, it's doing it. Is it going to turn its rotation? Might increase that rotation. But this is using textures. So, first thing is that texture's working okay. Second thing is that texture is not. I don't believe. Let's have a look at that texture. So this is my OpenGL language, which I've been trying to not replicate but circumvent for you, using the same design pattern I used for this. I was using the same design pattern to do hours, but I didn't want to have to do. I'll show you. That can carry on running. It doesn't matter. Terminal. Exit. Thank you. So how that is built up is completely different to what I'm doing on hours. It's exactly the same program, but as you can see, it's a language. To put something on the screen, there's your master renderer. We set that up. We load model and texture. So there's your model, there's your texture. You can then alter your texture variables as needed for your shine, damper and your reflectivity. Create the entity and place into the scene. So once you've loaded it up, you've still got to create the entity. and place it into the scene at -3 in this case, which, yeah, that's correct. Oh, that's at half size. Alright, thank you. I'd forgotten about that. Entity light, you add light wherever you want to put it. If you put that further up, it should work better. So if I was to put that at 10 meters up, the whole thing should work better. Let me just close this down. See if we get an error. No error. There should be an error. Sure of it. Yeah, now that the light is higher up, you can see now a lot more detail going into this lumpiness or stuff that's going on over here. There's supposed to be a texture going on, but as you can see, it's not real. Oh, the texture literally is the size of the area. That's right. The texture hasn't been minified properly to one little area, so you've got this massive area, dark patches on it, because that's the texture. So all I did was airbrush a load of rubbish like I did here. But that's the finals of what I'm trying to achieve with what we're doing. Problem is, this works. Anyway, getting back to this. So all it is now is exactly the same. Yeah, well, we do that. Which you should not do 2 at once, by the way. You should only do 1 at once. I found out. After a long discussion with my brain, that doesn't work doing it like that. You can do increased rotation in one direction at a time. You should never do it in 2. Because we're not using quaternions. Register the terrain for this draw call. Yeah. Register the entities and set which light and camera to use and make the draw call. There you go. So yeah, it's still the same thing. It's exactly the same program, but it's been split down differently, as you can see here. And your hash includes, just to do the test. I mean, I was testing everything at once. So yeah, the includes are horrendous, but they work. And that's the problem. It should work. What I could do is I need to find out why that isn't the case. Interesting though it may be. Wonder if textures works on the other one as better than... Yeah. I think that's some testing to do, because I'm in the testing stage now. The only other thing I can think of is to go through Amber SL, every single source file, and, well, check it out against what I've typed in, side by side. And that's going to take me a few days, so I'll be off air for a few days. You know, it's ridiculous. Let's chat. Yeah, it's Seppi TW. Yay! No, I'm not quitting nothing. When the going gets tough, I get harder and harder until I crack the nut. Because this has got my interest now. This really has got my interest through the roof. I'm using exactly the same procedure. One is colour, one is texture, and this texture one works. Now, why would that be? What we got under resources here? Oh, my shaders aren't over here. Oh, shaders will be in GLSL then. Yeah. see, this one has all the terrain stuff done, which I was going to add to the other one after. But the basic shader is texture based. So I'm going to have to do code by code. I'm going to have to put the texture base on the other side, aren't I? Right. So that's how I'm going to start tackling this. First of all, we need to get some textures. Well, we've got some now. I've got some objects and I've got some textures. Let's have those. So, how to start this up? You know what I'm like. It's interesting, this, because I've written the code before. I know what to expect and I know where all the pitfalls are. So I wasn't expecting to find a pitfall that I hadn't expected, and I have done, and that is going to teach me more than anything else I could have done. So this is what I'm happy about. I mean, I can't see a negative of something not working, because it just means you're about to learn something. So under test, we have resources, and we have OBJs and textures. So I'm going to take you to copy, because that's the way I am, yeah. Twitch. Let's go over here. We've got shaders. Source shaders. Model 3D. That must be it. Yeah, that's it. Paste them in here. Alright, so we now have a head and body above the rest. Lovely. And we also have textures. Yeah, you see that terrain one, it's just sprayed gunk. So, yeah, that's what it... Yeah, right, okay, I don't need to explain that, I don't think. Okay, so we've got those in now. What I need to do is... close this down. Close that folder. Go back to test 3D. And let's have a look at textures, because that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to do a texture program and see whether... Because we've got all the file handlers. We've got the shader. Yeah, we've got the shader. Sort of. Yikes. Yeah, we have, sort of. Got that. I've already altered the foundation to be correct, and I've altered everything else to be correct. The OBJ should automatically pick up that there is a texture and load it. I think I've got a texture loader here. Load texture. Yeah, I have a texture loader. Who activates a texture loader? You do. I do. Here, somewhere. So it should be here. Object has texture. Ah, right. Didn't even put the loader in. You're joking me. Data to OpenGL. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, I've got to load up the texture at the same time. Where's the loader? Ah. It's under has texture, yeah. So I'm already loading. So if I give them an object with a texture in, let's just have a look at what it says for texture though. Just close these down, there's too many things open. Right, the first thing is I've got to take all the objects and put them into tech level 3, otherwise they're not going to load. Right, so you guys. to there. Would you kindly move over to, yeah, there. Over to Bob's territory. Did that work? Yeah, that did. I can keep the textures under textures, can I? Where am I loading textures from? That's a good question. Texture, load texture, search marketplace, no thanks. It's good to see you, Seppi. Ah dear. It's been a very busy day today. I've got all my little things, toys to play with as well. Load texture. File path, underscore, file name, .bmp. Ah. Okay. So, yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay, let's have a look at this texture a bit more then. So, head obj gives us head mtl. Use material. Yeah, okay. Head mtl. Map. It comes under map kd. Is blue.png. Okay. Are we taking in map kd? No. So I'm going to have to choose this, aren't I? We'll just do a texture. We'll do the blue one. Doesn't really matter which. We'll choose it. For now. For testing. And so it's going to be file path, which is... We'll have that one. Oh, it's a BMP. And I've got a PNG. Ah, that's interesting. Let's see what we've got here. Crater, come here a minute. La 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 la. File. Open. Chrysler dies. Home. Twitch. Test 3D. Model 3D. Textures. I'll choose any one of these. We'll try the blue one. Ooh, whoa, what size is that? File. Export. I want the BMP, please. Just a BMP. Oh, is that an R8? Don't like this one. Can't read it hardly. Okay, don't know if I'm doing things right, don't do it. GIMP. Let's have a bit of GIMP. Yes, that's a big one. Woo. Hello, GIMP. File. Open. Yeah. Ah, that's a better size. I can understand this now. Let's see, revert, overwrite, export as. Not a PNG, want a BMP. What we'll do is we'll call it test blue b.b, yeah. Export. Should come up with something. Compatibility options, advanced options. RGB. I want RGBA. No, don't like that one. Why is it A RGB and not RGBA? Okay, just export it as that then. For now. Right, we've got a text object now. Test blue dot BMP. So we can go back here. And we can put in model 3D. And it's in textures. And it's test blue dot BMP. I don't know if this will work, but you know, there you go. See if we can find that. And under our testing, oh, I haven't opened up all the textures. Textures, textures, textures. Let's go and open you up. Rendering, batch renderer. Okay, let's open up textures. Selection, edit. Toggle line comments. And we'll close down on the draw colour now. I've had enough of that one. That's just not working for me. Toggle line comment. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, shelf can go, can't it? Yeah. Got rid of you. And that's an and. And that is M World Models, which doesn't like. For some reason, it doesn't like M World Models. Eek. Not looking at that. So that's in draw texture. Okay. Pop you over there. And we want draw texture. Render texture. Yeah, spot it already. On this side, draw color. Render color, please. There it is. Turn you off. Alright, what's this load of stuff? So we've changed the whole of this, have we? It's looking like it. Yeah, we have. So it goes from render color all the way down to there. Copy. And replace. Prepare colored model textured. Okay. That's the first thing. Get rid of you. Oh. Right, so it's prepare. Sorry, render texture. That's the one. I'll make a bit shorter. Alright, everything should agree now. Thank you. Alright, what we got wrong here? Model's not happy. Why is model not happy? Ah, because prepare textured model hasn't been changed. And that's now a star. I should have kept up it darn thing up on here, shouldn't I? And that's a star. Starts fitting in with the rest of this stuff. And change your dots. Okay. It's looking good. Alrighty. And prepare instance, the entity and camera. I better start that as well, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So that is prepare instance. Oh, there it is. That's a nice, easy one to do. Star U. Star U. I love bringing things up to date, because this is exactly what I did on the colour side. And I knew I'd have to do this at some point. So today's the day. The point is here. Position. And that brings everything in line now, with everything being pointers. Can leave that where it is, don't care about that. Well, I do. This is going to fail. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, yeah, it'll be alright. Right, we got any more red dots? Yes, we have. We've got another red dot here somewhere. Where are you? Where are you, little red dot? I want you. I want you bad. Model. Huh. Why have we got a dot there? Numpty. Okay. I think that's as many alterations as I should need to do to bring it up to date. Batch renderer now will only render textures. Everything's got the if statement in, has it? I hope so. I haven't checked the renderer properly. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. Let's go back to the batch renderer and see if he'll do okay. Yeah. You're going to be fine. I'm happy with that. You might be better off than things were last time. Just double check on something. Yep, you might be. You got a better chance. What haven't I checked? Model warehouse. There you go. Alright, we don't want tech level 3 the floor anymore. We want something with the texture. So what we're going to do is pick something with a texture. Model 3, TL3. I'll go for a cube head. That's usually my test piece, is that one. As for the floor, I don't know, but anyway. This is on SDL at the moment, so you never know. See if I made real cobblers of it. Should have done. Usually do. Nope, didn't miss a pointer. Wow, hey, that's good for me. Let's go and have a look at our test. Main test. I'll put you up to 9. We're going against blue, so I think we should be alright with blue. Yeah, okay. We do have a lighting going on, don't we? Yeah, I'm not altering it though. Let's try that and see what happens. Errors. Oh, we've got a screen. We have a screen. And we have something interesting on the screen. We have 2 different colours. Is that an error? Or is that something which I suspect is going on? Now that's more interesting than what I was getting before, which was just a blank screen. So this textures thing does something. Okay. Okay, note where the line is. Now, I need to halve the size of the box. Who's got control over size? Size matters, you know. This is the thing, I find textures easier to work with than I do colour. What is going on? Okay, size, scale. Who's got the scaler? That will be inside a matrix, which will be held by a model, which will be held by the warehouse. Yeah. So our test entity scale, yeah, you're here, equals 0.5, please. Need to halve you. That thing's like 2 meters cubed, so we'll make it 1 meter cubed. That's the only thing I'm going to alter. And the only reason I changed the variable in main, by the way, this one, I keep changing it, we'll go to 8 this time, is to make it recompile. That's the only reason I keep changing it. Now I halved it and the line went from there down to there at the bottom. Why would that be? Are we above it? Interesting. Alright, okay. Now the next thing you have to do is take it further away. If I remember rightly, if I'm doing my maths correct. Test entity is x, y, let's put u to a 0. And let's put you to -5. Let's move it away from us. That's the next thing to do. Okay. There's something that happens with textures that doesn't happen with colour, and I'm not sure if I'm right about this or not. And if this works, then I am right. Yeah, I'm right. I can see it. Why can't I see that in colour? Because that's all I need to know. That's all I need on the screen to make this work. So as you can see by... I'll bring it closer. We can probably bring it about 2 meters closer now. So that's the first thing. We'll get a close-up on this, and then you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. After you've worked with 3D for so long, you do start to know why things are happening. Probably run build task. And I've been working with 3D for a little while, but this gives more feedback than the other one did, which was just a blank screen, and that's annoying to me. And the reason it gives more feedback is because the textures are of different colours, so that there is a contrast happening, which you can barely see, but you can see it. Let's go, it's blue, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter now. I can go down to about 5. I'll do it, alright. It'll just darken the background. Might not be able to see it now. Oh, can just about see it. Right, I'm going to whiten up the background. Where's a good place to put the background so we can see it? I can see it already, but you're not going to be able to see that on Twitch, I don't think. Not properly, anyway. RGB. So I want 5 on that one. Okay. Blue is what we chose as our colour. RGB. So I want that one as low as possible. This is going to look awful, but who cares? There we go. Got it now. Right, so now you can see what's going on properly. That's how this is how you test. So you first of all got 1, 2, 3 triangles there. You've got another triangle there, and we can't see any triangles on this side. So what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 3s are 12. There you go. And you look up here and your index count is 12. So there's something wrong with that index count. It's not drawing enough triangles. It's 6-sided. It needs 2 triangles per side. So that's 12. And it needs 3 positions per triangle. It's 36 is the index count. That's why I use a cube. So, our index count is a factor of 3 too low. That tells me something. To go back to our index count and find out why. Is it because I haven't times it by 3? Which I should have done. Model warehouse isn't the problem. And it's back in OBJ data. God, I hope this works. Right, we set our index. That's size in bytes. No, we don't set our index there. Okay, where do we set our index for the model? Current model dot index. So it's current model loading I'm looking for. We've got the VAO ID, which is correct. We've got the VAO ID there as well, yeah. Texture ID, yeah. That's for the texture one. So the has texture thing is actually working quite nicely. I'm rather proud of that, because I invented that on the fly. Whoops. Yeah. Has normals. Index count. We're having the face element size. So what happens if I say that's times 3? That's the correct answer. All I'm going to do is type in what the correct answer should be. Under main, I'll just drop U to a 4. Something I don't know. Anything. So all I'm going to do is type in the right answer. Okay. And see what happens. Main have changed, yeah. There we go. Says 36 there, but now we're getting the full lot. So the data is correct. It was just that the index was wrong. But there's no texture there, is there? Well, none that I can see. That looks see-through to me. That looks very see-through to me. It's given a rather dark. Is it black? And there is a top to it. It looks very black. There's no light. The light's not on. Where can I get the light from? That's what it looks like without light. Okay. So now I've got it on screen. I'm going to keep that. I know the colours are horrible, but who cares? It works at the moment. I could do a light blue background, couldn't I? Something nicer, maybe. Yeah, we'll see if we can do that. Let's make it into a nicer background. Not an M. RGB. So what you would do is put that to 7. 8. Maybe. Yeah, that's a bit better. We can see it now. Okay. Purple will do. Yeah, we've got no light. That disappeared completely then. Whoa, sorry. Light's not working. There's a guarantee on that one. Now light starts its life in the model warehouse. Sun, new sun. Do we ever give the sun a value? Sun, position and colour. Yay! Okay, let's put you up to 10. Yeah, the code works. The lights don't, but the code does. I mean, if I put this through on a simple shader. I've got a simple shader. Actually, I've got the other shader, haven't I? Ow. Just copy that over. No, you can't, because all your variable names will be different. Ah, gosh, I can't open this. You can play Diablo on your web browser. You're joking me. Oh dear. There's a lot of things I prefer to do on my web browser than play Diablo. Thank you, Seppi. At least you make me smile. Thank you. Oh, I hope this new thingy that bought me works instead of bloody headphones. The headphones are killing me. Oh. Hmm. Orange juice helps, and I'm going for a break. Have I got anything here that I can write on? No. I want to test out this pen, don't I? Yeah, of course you do. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. What shall we open? That one there. Hold on. Alright, it's not got a top on or anything. Oh, there we are. Found us. So what are we on now? Day 20 something. Good God. Day 24. Oh, that didn't work well. I don't know where the Z button is, but where's it gonna do? Day 24. Started. Or like this. Started testing. On textures. And grabbing a break. Grab a drink. There we go. Pen works nicer. I like that one a lot better. Right, I'll be right back. Oh, Muppet, you're asleep on the floor. Don't do that. Walk on me, cat. Come on, you, out of the way. You fatty. Oh, yeah. Oh dear. Oh, I've got some important information for you now. Yeah. It's a shame. Yeah, pen can go away. Oh, that's quite good, that pen. Yeah. Definite improvement. Definite improvement. Thanks, boss, for that. Oops, I've lost one of my thingies there. Right. Yeah, just get rid of that. Yeah, something I found out. I mean, I don't use GLM. I usually write my own maths library. Using GLM is not the usual thing, but I've used it this time to make everything easier on everybody else, not me. I have my maths library. I'm quite happy with it, but it does present a problem. GLM force CTOR init. You've got to put that define in. I didn't know that. I've also included the rest of GLM as well, plus the GTC transform. Then I've got glue and SDL. Right. So that's what I'm using in here. Without that, it's not going to work, because the identity matrix doesn't work anymore. It used to do it. It used to give you an identity matrix automatically. It doesn't anymore. And not knowing that, well, yeah, causes problems. Causes immense problems. But as you can see, the matrices are working. The lighting isn't, but the matrices are. And that's good. Lighting. Where to begin? First of all, check everything to do with lighting. Lighting starts there, and it goes into the shader. It goes through the shader foundation, but we're using a texture shader now, aren't we? So let's have a look in here. There's no load lighting. Ah, there it is. Load light, sun, light. Okay. Let's have a look at that. And we can get ready. Yeah. You're just going to stop there, are you? Light position is at X of 2, correct. Y of 5, because I haven't updated. And 0. The colour of the light is at 8. 8. 8. You can see there's a floating point variation in there, which is fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. Okay. What's this part here? Oh, it's just duplication, isn't it? A light position and a light. Two locations. Where are the locations? Here we go. This. Light position location is 3. And light colour is 5. Alright, we can check that. 3 and 5. Zero, 1, 2, 3. Light position is 3. 4, 5. Light colour is 5. They are correct. So there is something wrong. That's coming in with a vec 3. That's coming in with a vec3. Good. Fantastic. So let's make sure that they are being loaded up with vec3s. Back to the shader, please. Load vector 3. Okay. So that goes into here. Load vector 3 to the location and vector. Location, vector x, y, z. Perfect. Not a problem with that. I wonder if there is an FV. I think there is, but I'm not really bothered about that. So that looks to me suspiciously good. In fact, I can put a breakpoint there, can't I? But I'm not going to yet. Where did I put my breakpoint? Put it in the shader, didn't I? Okay, let's continue. And finish. Okay. So on the shader foundation, we run it and we make sure we're getting the right data through. Never assume that you're getting the correct data through. Ever. There we go. It's got that. So location 6, value 2. Okay, fair enough. Continue. Location 7, value whatever. 6 and 2, 7. 6 and 2, 7. 6 and 2, 7. I'm looking at the wrong one. Simple as. I am looking at the wrong one. Location 3, vector 2, 5, 0. That's correct. Next one, location 5, 8, 8, 8. That's correct. Location 3 is 250. I don't even know what location 3 is. Okay, anyway. Thank you for that. Yes, things are going through there correctly, I think. Just get rid of everything. So at that point, I'm left with my shaders being wrong, which I've never done before. I've never got my shaders wrong, ever. So this will be a first. Okay, split screen time. File. Put the correct file on the left. File. Open. And it's in Twitch, YouTube, Amber SL. Source. Oh god, OpenGL. Nope. API. Yeah, GLSL. And it's going to be that one there. Right. Position normal. Well, that's altered, but normals are a vec3, positions vec4, texture coordinates is vec2, correct. Out vtext coord, surface normal, to light vector, to camera vector. Yep, that's a normal. Model, view, projection, and light position. Right. Vec3 world position. Yeah. Lighting, surface normal, vec3, vec4 normals. Yeah. It's usually the normals that mess things up, so I'm going to be especially looking at them. Light doesn't work without normals. To light vector, looking good. To camera vector, vec3 inverse u view times vec4 whatever. 00001 minus world position. Minus world position, yeah. That's looking okay. This is the one where I think it might be a little bit dodgy. If there's going to be any errors, this is where it is. Open file. Twitch, YouTube, AMP-SL, source, API, GLSL, static shader, fragment. Okay. I've added this thing which I don't think I need, which I'm going to take out anyway. Oh, I haven't added it on this side, have I? Not sure it's needed. To be honest. But we will play by the book. And do it properly. Okay. So, texture, surface light to camera. I think I just copied and pasted them, didn't I? Yeah. We should be okay with those. Sampler. Light color. Shin damper. Oh. Put any on that. Unit normal. Normalize surface normal. Yep. Unit light vector. Normalize to light vector. Yep. Unit vector to camera. Or unit camera vector. Okay. Unit. Yeah, right. Normalize V2 camera vector. Okay. Ambient light. Set it to what you want. That's where that... That's probably why it isn't black. It didn't seem black. I put so little in there. Okay. So I think ambient lighting is working. Diffuse lighting. Light intensity equals dot unit light vector, comma unit normal. Yeah, that's right. And then you take the light intensity and times it by the colour. That's right. Diffuse lighting looks good. Specular lighting, reflected light direction equals reflect minus unit light vector. Yeah. And what we got on the right hand side? Unit normal. Nothing going on there. Specular factor. Dot reflected light direction. Yeah, that's right. Unit vector. To camera. In our case, unit to camera vector. Yeah, that's right. Damped factor. Power of the specular factor. Yes. You shine damper. Yes. Specular light. Is your damped factor. You reflectivity. You light colour. Yeah. Vec4 lighting equals Vec4 clamp. Specular light 01. Diffuse light 01. Ambient light 01, comma 1. For a Vec4, yeah. Texture, U, texture, comma, V, text code, yeah. Times your lighting. Okay. Alrighty. I don't normally get my shaders wrong, but I might have actually just done something wrong without working. I've just looked at it and I think I've just spotted something that could be called wrong. That one's okay. That one isn't. It's got to be on the first line, hasn't it? Let's try it. Let's try our brand new spanking thingies. No lighting there. Did I turn the textures on properly? We've got the shape, not the texture. Okay. Shaders are okay. Okay. So rendering, draw texture, prepare instance. Oh, I've got it here. GL active texture, GL texture 0. Draw texture, draw texture, draw texture. I've got a copy of that. Got one over here somewhere. Let me see if I'm. That looks right to me. Because you're buying the texture. Texture ID is correct and it is loading the texture. It's not loading a Vec4 texture. could be a problem, actually. Let's go back to look at yes, I've had this problem before with SDL. God, that was years ago. I thought, well, they could have done something about it by now. And it's actually the way that you store it. So when I loaded that texture, object has texture. Hold on a minute. I'm not seeing that here. I don't seem to be getting that as a readout. And that could be a problem. Yeah. Is it actually loading the texture? When is that called? Else. Oh, that could be a difficulty to overcome. Oh, don't do that. Won't work. There we go. Let's get that updated. And I need main. I'll keep changing this value here. That value there looks like fun. Let's see which message we get. Object does not have a texture. So the texture is... I knew that was going to happen. Why did I know that was going to happen? Because I set it wrong. Yeah, I've set it wrong. Set texture detection incorrectly is the answer to that one. Texture detection is done by color. Has texture equals false. Well, US doesn't mean that. So I'm just going to do that for now as a cheat. I can always tell me cheats because they don't fit in with the rest of the program, don't you worry. Main. How about 6? I don't know. Test that, please. Nice one. Disappears. No error messages. There should be an error message. Object has texture. There should have been an error message that you couldn't find the texture. But I know it's working now, and that's the difference. So object has texture is now working, so there's a problem in there. That's fine, and I know what the problem is already. It was the one I was going to get to anyway. But at least now we know it's going in the right direction. So object has texture. Blah de blah de blah. Yeah, it's doing that right. The texture coordinates are going in correctly now, which is good. UV size, static cancel rate. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that should be times 2. But anyway, how did I do it last time? I'm going to check on these size of thingies. So now we lowered a texture. Material file name, blah blah file name, which I've circumvented already. So it should be loading the correct texture. If texture equals that, error, texture file not found, %$s. We're not getting that. Here we go, GLO, blah 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 blah, parameter, blah 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 blah. BMP format, bytes per pixel, uint 8, which is what I made it. And yeah, I've got RGBA. It did have the ARGB option. Let's have a look. GL underscore ARGB. RGB. Oh god. Okay, GL RGB. That's all I put it as. Oh, that exists, so that's okay. And it's a UB, yeah. Okay. That was a silly thing to do, it won't work. Oh. Nothing. Thought not. In the old days, you used to have to put it onto a surface. And then you had to convert the surface to OpenGL. OpenGL doesn't use RGB. See, maths library. Okay. I've got texture loaders here. Let's borrow you two and pop them in test. Now, what do these use? No, not here. I want you under OBJ data. Paste to items, please. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at these texture loaders. I'll keep that open. I've got a feeling that I need some more files here. Hash pragma wants. You're not allowing it. Okay. Glue and string. Okay. Text loader, unsigned int. File path. Int. Local buffer. Texture loader. Bind. With height get ID. How am I getting away with this? I'm getting away with it because I'm doing something sneaky. There it is. stb image.h. stb image implementation. So I need stb image. That would be held elsewhere. Maybe. It's going to have to be in here. Nope, it's not in there. And it's not in there. Then how can it be included? Who's got stb image? Ooh. That's interesting. Because I know I haven't got it in this file. Ah, bless. That's actually quite interesting, that. OpenGL. What else have we got? Models, maths, entities, display. Nah. Let's just go through each one then. API. There it is. Now, if I remember rightly, this is a sucker to get going. Okay. It's like gonna be nice. We're popping this in OBJ data, aren't we? Yeah. And we'll pop you in. There we go. Now, to get this to work is a totally different kettle of fish. I can't put that in. Oh damn, it's going in. It's got to go into a CPP file as well. It has to be pre-compiled. That has to be included. Will it work like this? Might do. Alright, okay, I know what to do. Right, yeah. Take everything here and edit line toggle. Just get rid of everything there. It's got to be run by itself first. So in the header file, what's wrong with textureloader.h? Bit weird. Anyway. Okay, as long as I haven't got that open, fine. Okay, edit. That's fine. Got to be damn careful with this thing. Okay, everything's modified to work. I have to put all files into the Pro. Well, this will be a massive boom, boom, bang, crunch, crash, not working thingy. So, texture loader. I'll show you how it works in a sec. First, the thing is you got to set up stbimage.h, which you download from GitHub. Just Google stb_image.h and download it from Google. It's brilliant, absolute brilliant header file. Allows you to pick up and basically use anything you want. Absolutely anything you want. So we're going to be using PNGs, I think. I prefer them to be MPs. Now, next step, Amber Pro. Under OBJ data, here, I want obj structure.h stb. I'll do the bottom bit first then. Here it is. That one there. And that's Amber 3D / OB JData / and the first one we're going to do is stb_image stb_image.h. We're going to add you, definitely. Now I need the texture loader, which is at the bottom. Okay. So that's Amber 3D, and that's OBJ. Data, and it's going to be a texture loader. No, with a capital T. .h. Well, it will be with a capital T when I get to it in a second or two. Lovely. So we're doing these on either side of store object data. That one there, so just underneath it. Amber 3D OBJ data. And then it's just texture with a texture loader. And that's just got a backslash on it. Okay. Looking good. Thought something came up then, but nope. It's okay. Rename. Don't try this on Visual Studio 2019, everybody. Renaming things. Oh god, it's a nightmare. Alright, so I'm happy with everything there. That's fine. And just save you out. We have to first build it with nothing in it. That's looking good. That's looking better. This could take a while. No rule to make it. .cpp helps. Whoops. Oh, wrong one. What have I done? Small L, small L. Okay. Good, at least it's now picking them up anyway, we're getting errors. That's better. Oh, I just went straight through, did it? Wow. I'm impressed. Right, what does this texture loader do? It does some stuff, like texture loader. MBPs, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, why is it all in here? Just takes a string, file path, yeah. Unbind the GLs, yeah. bind and unbind. Right, okay. Right, time to wake it up. So let's wake up our texture loader. Ding. As it all wakes up. Better wake this side up of it. It doesn't have a return value. It just goes where? Exactly. Where is the return values? Oh god, this is going to be fun. Get ID, text ID, return. You have to get it. Yeah, that's fine. So I can use that now, can't I? Yes, I can use that now. In here. Textloader.h. Sorry, you've got to do something for me. Get rid of those two. And hash include dot dot slash. We're using the system header file version today. That'll give you everything you want. Now shut up and get on with it. Alright, I'll keep you open now. I'll keep you open. So that's just literally exactly the same kind of thing. Min, mag, exactly, except now I've got GL RGB8 here for me texture 2D, which is the one I wanted. And it loads up file path string. C string, yeah, that's okay. So it comes in with a string file path. So it needs the full thing. Excellent, that means I can cheese it. You need to include it. Ah dear God, all the way up to the top. So that's hash include, and that's texture loader.h. Yay, we got one. We've got one, everybody. I don't have any asterisks in this thing. Alright, we'll have to put it at the top then. And that's going to be texture loader. There we go. And you're going to have to be an asterisk. And all I'm going to do is cheese it totally. I'm not even going to use it properly. Yeah. So where I've got load texture file name, I'm just going to swap this in here. It'll look a bit weird the way I'm going to do it, but it's done this way for a purpose. So instead of having all of this and then returning texture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have m underscore, I didn't even do an m underscore about. Oh, I did. Oh, right, m underscore. Right, texture loader then. Oop, test. Texture loader. And that's, what am I going to call this? Texture loader equals a new texture loader open brackets, and it's just, what do you want now? Constant and file path. So we'll just call it file name, shall we, and be done with it. Yeah. No, we'll call it file path. That tells me something different. Okay, now what we do is we now return m underscore texture loader, and that is an arrow. I said that is an arrow. What is wrong with this? Yeah. Okay. Uint ret equals m underscore texture loader arrow. That's why. Get ID. Which is an int. Why the hell is it returning an int? Okay. I want uint. And I want it bad. All we need to do now is give it the file path to model 3D textures, and I want the blue PNG this time. So where was I loading up here? It's that one there. And it's models. Model 3D, sorry. Textures. And blue PNG. Try that one. Object has text. Yep. That will pass that over to here. Load textures needs changing. I don't like them being different. I'm a bit niggly about this bit. They can be. It's not important, but I always alter them to be the same. Just to remind me that when I'm looking down here, without going into it, that I'm looking for a file path. And that might answer the question before I even get to the looking at... Whoa, it's only two thingamajiggies. Yeah, okay. Right. Will that compile? It did. Texture loader compiled. Store obj data. Model warehouse. Fine. Okay. I can't even tell whether it's going for a BMP or not. Oh well. Okay. What should we put on here this time? A 6. Why not? Anything will do. Ooh, still getting nothing. Oh, now I am surprised. Texture loaded. Model 3D textures blue.png. So the texture loaded. The texture ID is correct. It's the first one we loaded. Now that's interesting. So it's not displaying textures. That is interesting. That's more interesting than if it had gone black, which is normal. I know the object's there, I just can't see it. And I can prove that the object's there. So first of all, let's make sure the proof. And it's where is it? It's Amber 3D. Let me just think this through properly. I want a proof. Proof of object being there. It's in here. How do we prove that the object's there? Well, we go to what we've just changed. Does not have has a texture. Load object. And all we do to prove that we're not going completely senile is that. And you set your texture ID to a 0. Sounds stupid, but it's the best way of testing textures. See if your texture system is working. Always set to a 0, which means off, by the way. I'll have a 7 this time. And yeah, something's broke. Something has definitely broken. Okay. Which is good. And the breakage was between turning textures on and turning textures off. So I can put that back. That wasn't the cause. That was the cause. I bet this has set the graphics card to textures on now. Oh no. Graphics cards, by the way, are state machines. If a switch gets switched, it stays switched at times until you undo it. And I thought I would undo it with a 0, but obviously not. Mm. Right. So that's the proof that as soon as we switch the textures on, they are on. That tells me there's no light on the colour side, or there's no colour. There should be a static colour. Did I not put one on it? I did put one onto it. I put a static colour in for testing. So the colour shader should still work. But it should give me some god awful known colour. What colour did I set the fragment shader to? 876. Huh? Now I am completely bemused. I've got that there that just cancels that lot out and everything out. So it has to output a colour for the fragment. And yet I'm seeing a very dark object. We're not using it. Arrgh. Arrgh. Of course. Hold on a minute. What we're seeing then shouldn't be working. I switched it off. It shouldn't be drawing that object. There's no check on the texture side. That's interesting. That is so interesting. Absolutely unbelievable. So if we go to rendering and actually have a look at what I've done in the batch renderer here, I've switched the colour shader off altogether. So it's doing what it's doing through the texture shader. It should be doing what it's doing through this shader. How interesting. How's he giving us a black box on that shader? Because that's a catch-all shader at the moment. It's wrong. It hasn't been programmed yet, but that's why I'm having to swap them. I haven't programmed the detection in it. Oh god, this is funny. So we're using the wrong detection on one side and the wrong detection on the other side. Wow. It's just that absolutely nothing should have worked then. And it did. It gave us a black box. Oh, you're so silly, OpenGL. You're so silly. Alright, looks as though I've got a lot more work to do on this program than I thought. So we might be sliding in Ambressel for the time being, because this has to be finished this week, and the boss won't give me any more time on it. And what are we on now? Thursday? Which is why I was doing overtime last weekend, by the way. Yeah, we're on Thursday. Oh, damn. I'm run out of time, haven't I, on it? And we're now at, what, 8:30 at night here? On the last day. third. Yeah, you're ready. Well, yeah. So you changed the colour of my screen. Does that mean the model matrix isn't working? I think it does, you know. How have I managed that? It works perfectly on that side and doesn't on this. Huh? They're both the same program with a copy and paste. You're supposed to get the same result on both. Dum da dum dum dum. That's really weird. And you saw me copy and paste it over. What? Eh? How can you move? You should be at -3. That is amazing. Change shader, get a totally different result. And both of the shaders are exactly the same. Except for that. Have I made a mistake here? Translate, rotate, X, Y, Z. Radians, yeah, that's okay. Translate, model matrix, to entity. Yes, set to identity. It does now because I put my hash define in. So I know that's right. Shaded colour, load model matrix, X4. Exactly the same. That works. This is ace. And that fails. Oh, this is called the model instead of the entity. I haven't changed that over, have I? Never mind. It's called entity anyway. This has got me more and more puzzled the more I dig into it. The fact is that I've got the same lines of program giving me completely different answers. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'll show you. Shader, and just close it all. Close all of that. Close all of them, doesn't matter. If I go into the shaders and I go to our color frag and I go 0, 0, for instance, and save it out and run it, that's the inside of a box. Can I prove that? Possibly. Can I prove that that is the inside of the box? There is a way. And the answer is in SDL2 display. Okay. I think that's all I should need to find out if we are looking at the inside of a box that hasn't moved. I am gobsmacked. I can't run it. If we are, this goes light blue. I did do this one, didn't I? Yeah. That's the background, and that's the box. We are looking through the box out of the back of the box. This box looks as though it's turned inside out. It does actually look to be a crease there, a crease there. Yeah. Do look to be creases, so I think that's an inside out box. 36, yeah. 144, yeah, those are correct. That isn't. That shader's completely messed up somehow. Oh dear. Oh bless. So I wonder how it worked with... Works on one side and it doesn't on the other. That's too many questions because I'm out of time. So if I can do this overnight, then I will. If I can't, I can't. And Amber SL takes over. Glad we've got a backup. Because some of this is absolutely unbelievably good. I am gobsmacked that we've got textured side is working, but without textures. And the colour side is not working without colours. And it was all written the same way. Wow, I'm going to full screen display and I'm looking at this. This is going to be ace. Because I can see all the files side by side then. But in the meantime, I want you to keep exploring. This one's going to keep me going probably for the next 6 months. It's fantastic. I love it. Keep exploring. Keep delving into the mysteries of what can happen. And just remember, you've gotta have fun.